In the walk. And the holds. And off they go in collected trot. Viva la Vida, popularised in the dressage arena by Stephen Peters. He was perhaps one of the first to use it, but heavens, it's become very popular as a trot track. And here we go in shoulder in left. Tori leaning back a little there. And off they go in an extended trot. Could be a little more strength, a little more push from behind. So in this class we have our 5 judges. Trot half pass to the right, followed by the trot half pass to the left. Just a tiny tilt. Pole could be highest, could be a little more supple through the pole. And we're seeing the 2 counter changes of hands, so back again to the right. Lovely horse. Just a little more active behind. So again, the Hanoverian type breeding, this time by Roachbon. And off they go in extended trot. Little behind the change of music, and unfortunately for Tori there was no phrasing to help her get there, straight into the walk music. And a fine collected walk, could be even more collected, it could be even more shortened, but nonetheless very clear in rhythm. And into the extended walk, so we're looking for lengthening of the stride above and beyond what we saw in collection, and unfortunately there's perhaps could be a more clear difference, and we're seeing a lengthening of the frame, but we could see a rounder top line, a little bit of tension still in the neck, and showing there as she comes back to the shortening for the transition to collected canter. But nicely with the music and the half pirouette right in front of the judges. Just not quite with the jump behind, and then he changed. So that's down to quite likely an insufficient mark. Such a shame, and especially something I suspect she had planned as a highlight to be positioning very, very close to 3 of the 5 judges. And now she is into the 4 time changes and looking good, looking straight. This is something she did very nicely yesterday in the individual test also. Counter half pass to left. Again, a little more softness through the pole, and we'd like to see the pole highest. So off for the counter changes of hand, a reprise of what she did in the trot. Dear, so difficult movement and really not coming off. Real resistance, unfortunately, where she'd planned the second of the counter changes to go back to the forward sideways and a half pass to the left. Such a shame, and a really negative result technically for one of the left counter half passes, and unfortunately in harmony as well. And a little tight here in the flying changes, could be more over the back. Calypso Classic of Hanoverian, but of Holsteiner breeding, partial Holsteiner breeding, being imported by the Burrows into Victoria from Hanover. And interesting serpentine type movement with the loops and flying changes. But I'd like to see more self-carriage. I feel that there's a little too much in the hand. And again, unfortunately, this time the left counter half pirouette coming apart. So that's both the right and the left, which will be likely down to an insufficient mark. All the technical marks being added together to come to an average. So there's 2 of them, and they do have a multiple of 2 that will be a little lower than might have been. Such a shame. So circle, excuse me, volte, and off an extended canter. And I thought that was a really great choice because she increased the collection on the circle and off to a nice extended canter, just a little against the hand before her flying change. So the contact, the submission, the way the horse goes forward through to the bit and hence the connection to the rider's hand is a little the weakness here, but lovely changes on the final centre line. And are we coming up to the final halt? A little abrupt, but nonetheless lovely tempi changes to finish the test.